The effect of culture plays on doing business in foreign countries. American companies need to understand the culture and traditions of the country that they are trying to establish an office in or a facility in. Doing your research to decide viable options of location to relocate your business to or expand your business to is a big process. A successful launch of an American company in foreign countries is dependent on the company's knowledge of local customs and traditions. The knowledge of local customs and traditions isn't just isn't economical only. It also has to do with the way that you conduct business with your counterparts from the other country. The purpose of my research is to show the importance of the research and groundwork that companies must do before they attempt to do business in foreign countries. There are multiple stages that companies must go through as they prepare to move into another country. First of all, they need to decide which country to move into. And they do that by looking at the market size of the country. How many of their product are they going to be able to sell? Also, the market structural attractiveness. Will they be able to grow their business? They need to determine their budget, and they need to be able to stick to that budget. They need to decide if it's even economically feasible to move into a certain country. They need to determine if the demand for the product is there and what the market size is of the country you're looking to enter. What are the regulations of the country on the type of business you would like to open? Are there only 3 sneaker manufacturers allowed in China, for example? If there are, and there's already 3, then it isn't a viable option to move a sneaker manufacturing company to the country of China. And what is the outlook for the ability to hire qualified workers? Is the workforce, will it sustain your business? Do you need the workers to be able to speak English, or do they need to be able to stand on their feet for 8 hours a day? And are you going to find enough workers that can do that? And are there special rules that you must follow when recruiting employees? China is a country I like to use as an example because it's a newer market, although it's not the newest. It's not an emerging market anymore. The United States has been doing business with China beginning in, well, the current market structure of business between China and the United States was in the 70s, and it improved in the 80s and 90s. And now China is one of the largest, is one of the countries that the United States exports most of their products to. And the Chinese have a different way of doing business. For American businessmen, they're very goal-oriented and end product-oriented. They know what they need to achieve. They know what the end product is going to look like. Whereas the Chinese find the process of the negotiations more important than reaching that end point. Americans are driven towards the final deal or contract, but the Chinese are looking for an exchange of information and building a dialogue which often has no clear conclusion. And the Chinese read your body language. They listen to what you say and they take notes. And often they will use your words against you later in the negotiations. Just some of the key points I found from the articles I read was the importance of knowing your market and knowing the customers you're trying to reach. Again, as I said in the beginning, stick to your budget. Do your research on the market, the current market, also what you predict down the road. Will the market stay strong for years to come? Is it a sustainable market? And choose the right country for your product. You don't want to try to sell snow boots in Bermuda. Understand the culture and traditions of doing business in the country you're trying to enter. The economics of opening a branch office or facility in a foreign country is not always the most important part. Understanding the culture and traditions of the country is even more important, as they can dictate whether your product will sell or whether your style of doing business jives with their ways. Conducting business meetings with the understanding of how the other side does business may dictate whether you even get the opportunity to try.